Hello, am I audible? Okay, I hope I am audible to all of you. Okay, so a very good morning to all dear students. Myself, Ashish Mishra, I am assistant professor in the Department of ECE, PSIT Kanpur. So, in this session, we are going to discuss a startup in India. That we will discuss the scope and challenges that we are all facing in this domain, clear, and how we can start any small initiative that is taken by all of us, clear, how we can fulfill our financial need in the startup process, clear, how we can proceed our journey, how we can implement it on the large scale, clear. So we have lot many things we have to do in this particular thing, so we will all discuss here. I'm going to just discuss all these things with this PPT. I think it is visible to all of you right now. Okay, so these are some contents that we will share to all of you. That it will cover introduction, startup definitions and its needs. Then what are the key points that belong to this startup process? Then what is startup ecosystem? Then facts and figures in belong to the startup India. Then what are the challenges towards an Indian startup? Then startup finance, how you can manage. Then virtual reality in India through startups. Then we will conclude this, clear. So we start with the introduction part, clear. So so in the introduction, we start with what is a startup initially. So that definition part will cover Startup India is a revolution that exactly has been started to help the people who want to start their own business setup here. And these people have ideas and capabilities, so government will give them support to make sure they can implement their ideas and growth here. And the campaign was first announced by our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi on his speech at the occasion of 15th August 2015 from the Red Fort, New Delhi, India. Now, what is startup? Startup is an entity that incorporated or registered in India not prior to 5 years with annual turnover not exceeding 25 crore in any preceding financial year. Yeah? Working towards innovation, development, deployment or commercialization of new product, process or services driven by technology or intellectual property. Clear? So any startup, if you are going to initialize, then you have to know that it should not be exceeding the limit of 25 crore. Clear? In the past. So providing that such entity is not formed by splitting up or reconstruction of a business already in existence. And it should also provided that the entity will cease if the startup turnover crosses 25 crores. Clear? And it has completed 5 years from the date of incorporation or registration. Clear? So these are some basic things that you need to take care of that before going to start any kind of small or large scale industry. Clear? So provided some further startup shall be eligible for tax benefits only after it has obtained certification from the interministerial board set up for such purposes. Clear? It is also under the category of tax benefit under some circumstances. Clear? So these are some hexagonal points that we have covered in the previous slide also. So in the startup process, it should the turnover should not be exceeded rupees 25 crore for any of the financial year since incorporation exists here. And also, the entity should not have been formed by splitting or in construction a business that is already in existence. Here, it should work towards innovation, deployment, development, and improvement of products or processes or services. So now, if we in simple term we define the startup process, so it is a process that deals with the sum up of a new business that you deal with, then you incorporate the innovation, that idea you have in your mind, then you have to add on the technology based on that particular innovation. Clear? Then what is the passion that you have to fulfill that? Clear? Then these all things in combined form will form a startup process. Clear? So now a very basic difference that between business first and startup, you should all know what is business and what is startup. Clear? If I talk about with an example, you can see in your PPT that if I take the example of Big Bazaar and Flipkart here, so Big Bazaar is a physical type of store which has 350 plus stores and located in 100 plus cities. Clear? Suppose, and its valuation is around 2000 crore. This is the data taken previously few years back. Clear? Not the current data. It is founded in 2001. If I compare with the Flipkart, that is an e-commerce company. Clear? It has 6 warehouse and 0 stores. Means it have not any stores like that. That is Big Bazaar. Clear? And its valuation is around 98,000 crore. So you can see that how much difference are there. Clear? And it is founded in 2007. Clear? Similarly, you can see here in case of Uber and Meru's rely on us. So there is a difference between cab purchase. If you see, Meru has that around 12,000 plus cab purchase, and company valuation is around $120 million. Clear? While in case of Uber, you have seen zero taxi purchase, means no taxi is there, which is purchased. Clear? And also the company valuation is around $62.5 billion, and it is also founded in 2009. Clear? Now, in nowadays, everybody among us want to be an entrepreneur. Clear? And India also needs some more entrepreneur for growth. So why limit yourself to your own domain? Means I'm just talking about that each and everybody have their different domains where he or she are studying. Clear? Like engineering and medical and management, some different domains are there. Then nowadays, the in previously what the people do, they exactly try to move into their particular domain. Clear? From where they belong to, but the scenario get changed nowadays, and the people try to come into the different domain after uh, the process of study get completed. Clear? So we should also focus on the different domain incorporated among us. Clear? So you can see if we talk about the owner of that particular startups. Clear? Few years back that has been taken off, like a Flipkart. If you see, an engineer has started this process. Clear? After engineering, this Flipkart startup has done. Clear? If you see Alibaba.com, that is taken by the initiation taken by the teacher. Clear? If you see the Oyo Hotel, it is a college dropout that has started this process. If you also see Book My Show, it is started by an MBA graduate. Clear? Also, so many things are there like Paytm. It is also started by an engineer. So, so each and every people who has their some skills in their back of mind, they can start this process initially. Clear, easy in the easy way. Now, if you talk about the essential element of a success, in each and everybody. So we have some idea what we are going to do, clear. Then accordingly we have the requirement of team, clear, to fulfill that particular idea or task, clear. Then we have to draw a business model for that. Then we have also required the funding for that. Means without funding you can't access more, clear. Then timing, what is the timing for that? You also know that what are the time frame to complete that particular task, clear. So all these things are required for a success of any particular business, clear. Now, before you start, you have to focus on these things. Means you have the motive for how, why, and how you are going to do any task. Yeah, so you have to know the target audience, from where you will attach your product. Yes, suppose you are designing any product, you are manufacturing any product, so how you can insist people about to buy for that. Yes, means some motivation behind that should be there. So target audience should be there, size of users, business size, clear. B2B or B2C, means business to business or business to consumer. And then competitor analysis, means similar products are there in the market, suppose, so you have to compete with all them. So you have to take care of that also. It means how you can differentiate your product from the others, clear, for the successful, for to get successful. So it is also a very important part in your business point of view. Now, why the startups get fail in most of the time? So there are some flaws for that, that people get initiated, but at the some time stand it gets fail. So there are very basic things that you should know about that, why it is getting failed. Yeah, like suppose you are building something that nobody wants, so in that particular case, the startup gets failed. Clear. If you suppose hiring poor people that are not exactly taking some interest in that particular product, clear. So it will get failed. Lack of focus, clear, and failing to ask for help, ignoring social media, spending too much money. Clear. It means you should know how much money that required for the product marketing as well as product manufacturing. Clear. In initial phase. So you should know that. Not making sure you have much money, about 3.3. These are the percentage that overall consisting for each and individual term for the failure of the particular product marketing. Clear. This is startup. Then we have, if you are not having the right co-founder, clear, then still it will get failed. Clear, failed to execute sales and marketing, then still it will get failed. So you all the things are required and necessary for these things to start a process. Clear. Okay. Now, if we compare a result of cell phone of Nokia, clear. So you know, in the initial phase, Nokia was worldwide popular as a smartphone brand in the initial phase, clear. But nowadays it gets failed. Why? Because the most of the it could not compete with the technology advancement in nowadays, clear. As we all know, we are based on Android system or iOS based system. So if Nokia has not done these things though, then it get fails. Yeah. So in the technology based system, in current scenario, nothing is you can say nothing is what permanent. Yeah. What I am talking about, if you see Orkut is converted into Facebook, where SMS is initial type of SMS is now converted into what or WhatsApp type of messaging, clear? And so other things are also converted nowadays. These are some technologies that startup that has been incorporated nowadays, like a Food Panda, Zomato, Grofers, Big Baskets, Clear? These are covering the e-commerce companies as well as other companies also like travel, supply, food. Clear? These are some India leading startup if you see. Clear? Like Redbus, First Cry, PaperTap, Swiggy, Lookup, Urban Clap, Clear, Zomato, Grofers. So why we need with the startup? Why startup is required in the India? So a few points are covered like to boost up, promote startup entrepreneurship, to boost up banking sector, oblique finance, to limit state policy dependency for new business, to promote women in entrepreneurship. Core objective is to generate maximum employment. Clear? Encourage the people who have the potential to innovate and start their own business. So these are some basic points that we have to cover in clear for the why it is motivated, why it is under the process. Clear. So what are the problem faced by the startup process? Some things that belongs to that like planning, execution. If you fail in any of the particular points, then your startup will definitely get failed. Like what are the plans that you want to execute that you should know? Clear? Planning, execution, customer execution and retention, fundraising, human resources. These things are very important for a startup process. Clear? Now, if you talk about a startup ecosystem, so it deals with many things that like support organizations, research organizations, service providers, fund organizations, clear funding organization, universities, big companies. These things they all incorporate simultaneously in the startup process. Clear? In terms of funding, in terms of any moral support, in terms of any kind of ideas that you are taking, that these things will help you. Clear? This is the basic flow chart for the eligibility under particular Startup India scheme. Clear? You should must know. If you start with the A point, it should must be the private limited company, oblique LLP, oblique registered partnership firm. Clear? Then it should belong to the company should must not be older than 5 years. Clear? If it passes through, then the C process will come on. Means turnover should not exceed rupees 25 crore in a single financial year. Clear? Then the next process is what? Should commercially develop a innovative product or service than what is existing in the market. Clear? After that, you have to go through the certificate from the interministerial board, that is DIPP. Clear? Then it should be followed from any one of F1, F2, F3, F4. Clear? So, like a recommendation letter by the incubator in postgraduate Indian colleges or recommendation letter by the incubator funded by Government of India, recommendation letter by the incubator recognized by Government of India is funded by any incubation fund, angel fund, private equity fund, accelerator, angel network, clear, or has a patent granted by Indian Patent and Trademark Office related to a business. So if you meet the condition like A plus B plus C plus D plus E, means these are the compulsory things, and any one of the F series, then you are eligible for the startup process. Clear? Okay. Am I audible? Any questions? And you may ask. Anyone may ask. Hello?
Yes, sir, you are audible, audible.
Okay, okay. So now proceed further. So this was the launching phase of that. You can see in the pic, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi with Finance Minister Arun Jaitley in 2016, clear, has launched this process with Nirmala Sitharaman launching the Startup India Action Plan at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi, clear, on 16 January 2016. Clear. Now, This is the 19 key points of the action plan for the Startup India. You can see all the 19 plans that are initiated by the government of India to start the process. Clear? This is the action plan. Means compliance regime based on self-certification. And the second one is the Startup India Hub. Third is simplifying the startup process. Fourth one is the patent protection. Fifth one is the funds of fund with a corpus of Indian rupees 10,000 crore. Yeah. The next one is credit guarantee fund. Then exemption from capital gain tax. Then we have tax exemption for startups. Then we have tax exemption on investments above fair market value. Then we have Startup Fest. Then launch of Atal Innovation Mission. Then building innovation centers or at national institutes. Then new research parks in which it is including IITs and IITs also. There, promote entrepreneurship in biotechnology, faster exist for startups, harnessing private sector expertise for incubator setup, 80% rebate on filing patent application by startup. Yeah, this is very important point. If you file the patent for your innovative idea, then you will get 80% rebate. Clear? Also relax norms on public procurement for startup, then innovation focused programs for students. Clear? So these are 19 key point of action plan for the startup in India. Clear? Now this is the facts and figure that deals with the global ranking of Indian startup. Clear? Initially it was the India was on third place. Clear? After US and China. Clear? The startup initiation. Now, how to register business with Modi Startup India? So, how you can register your startup? Here, in the official notification which is issued by the government in that state, startups have first of all registered their business as legal entity, as private limited company, oblique, common limited liability partnership or partnership firm. Then they have to register through a mobile app or through the portal. Clear? On the DIPP, means Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. Yeah? These are some toll-free numbers, also the mail ID where you can take the help to start the process here. Now, biggest question about the facing startup funding. Here means suppose you are doing uh, anything, but you don't have the enough fund to start that. Clear? Because anything if you are going to start, the fund is very important part. So funding questions are there like how much funding should I raise for the startup? When should I raise money? मुझे मतलब how and when we can raise the money, at what stage should I not? Clear? The third point is what heads and stage should I raise money for? What are the relevant sources of finance for me and how should I prioritize? What are the pros and cons of each type? Yes. How much equity should I give? At what terms? How should I value my company? How should I give equity when I am valuable to value my company? Clear? Now, how should I reach out to investors? Yeah, because suppose you are dealing with any product, you have to start anything, but you should know who are the investor that invest in your particular product. Clear? So this is very important. From there, you can raise the fund. How many investor would I have to reach to find one? How long will this process take? Should I appoint anyone for the process? How much will the fundraising process cost? And what is the right structure of the instrument? So, bootstrapping is the first process from where you raise the fund. It is belong to the self-funding. Clear? Self-funding, also known as bootstrapping. Clear? It is an effective way of startup financing, especially when you are just starting your business. The first time entrepreneurs often have trouble getting funding without having showing showing some traction and big plan for potential success. Without finance help, you can't go further. Clear? So you can invest from your own saving or can get your family support, friend support to contribute that financial need. Clear? Second one is crowdfunding. It is also very important. Crowdfunding belongs to the funding a project or venture by raising many small amount of money from a large number of people, typically via the internet. Suppose you have just uh, dealing with a product and you have to facilitate that product into the internet. Clear? In nowadays, as internet is very a popular thing to get famous for anything. Clear? So it is the very important part. So you can just get crowdfunding from there. There, an entrepreneur will put up a detailed description of his business on a crowdfunding platform. He will mention the goal of his business, plans for making a profit, how much funding he needs, and for what reason. Clear? Then consumer can read about the business and give money if they like the idea. Clear? If they like the idea, then they can contribute the funding. Clear? So some of the popular crowdfunding sites in India are like Indigo, Keto Fundline, and so on. Clear? Now, third one is get angel investment. It also belong to a like a crowdfunding type investment. Here means angel investors are individuals with surplus cash and keen interest to invest in upcoming startup. Clear? They also work in group of networks to collectively screen and proposals before investing. Okay. They also go through the proposal, then they share their contribution towards that particular thing. Clear? They can also offer mentoring or advice alongside capitals. Clear? The next one is get venture capital. Clear? Venture capital are professionally managed funds who invest in companies that have huge potential. They usually invest in a business against equity and exit when there is an IPO or an acquisition. A venture capital investment may be appropriate for small businesses that are just wait. Okay, that are beyond the startup phase and already generating revenues. Clear? Now, the next one is funding from business incubators and accelerators. Here, incubators are like a parent to a child who nurtures the business, providing shelters, tools, and training and network to a business. Clear? Accelerators, so many accelerate so may more or less the same thing, but an incubator helps assist, nurtures a business to walk, while accelerator help to run or to take a giant leap. Clear? Now raise funds by winning contests. It is also a very important part to raise the fund. An increase in the number of contests has tremendously helped to maximize the opportunities for fundraising. Clear? Some of the popular startup contests in India are NASCOM, clear? Microsoft BJ Sparks, and so on. Then the next one is raise money through bank loans. This is a general thing. You can take the bank loan clear for startup process. Then business loan from providers or NBFCs. Clear? So microfinance is basically access of finance services to those who would not have access to conventional banking services. It is increasingly becoming popular for those whose requirements are limited and credit ratings not favored by bank. Clear? Then government program that offers a startup capital. Government also following some programs. It also favor the startup process financing. Clear like Pradhan Mantri Micro Unit Development and Refinance Agency Limited, MUDRA. It starts with an initial corpus of rupees 20,000 crore to extend benefit to around 10 lakhs. Then quick ways to raise money for business. Clear? It belongs to the product pre-sale, selling assets, credit cards. Clear? Now, best Indian cities for startup to flourish, like Bengaluru. Clear? It also known as Silicon Valley of India, the nation's largest IT services exporter. Clear? Major technical companies are like Infosys, Wipro, and ISRO are the headquarters here. Clear? Also, the country's leading educational institute like IISc, IAM. Clear? These also belong to here. Yeah, so this is uh, very flourish things. Delhi now, the next one is Delhi NCR. Delhi is also the capital territory of India. It is also the largest commercial center in North India and houses the country's largest and fastest growing retail industry. Here, it belongs to the many constructions, power and health from vital component of the city economy. Here, it also has some companies headquarters. Yeah. Then Mumbai. Mumbai is the very essential financial hub which covers a lot of finance market in all over the India. Clear. So the facts remain that Mumbai is a significant gateway to the nation's import and export. Most of the import and export process done here, and has a strong presence of traders, business communities like Bombay Stock Exchange, you also know, clear, and share market. Then we have Chennai. It is also covering the 16% India share in India's industrial workforce. Clear? Chennai is the fast shedding its image as the auto manufacturing hub of the country, not that they are shutting down all those factories. Clear? The South Indian state has just 50 angel investors in nowadays. Then Hyderabad. Hyderabad also belong to the funds and raising capital. Clear? So Hyderabad took a beating on the business front that when Telangana was detached from Andhra Pradesh. In the aftermath, about 1,000 SMEs that had manufacturing unit in Andhra Pradesh and offices in Hyderabad shifted of the city. Then Pune, also it is belonging to the very big IT hub in India. The industries in which startups are currently flourishing in Pune are e-commerce, education, marketing, and advertising. Ahmedabad is very much ahead in this process. Where Ahmedabad is also known as Manchester of the East for its textile industry. Yeah, it also one of the largest exporters of gemstones and jewelry in India. The Adani Group and Nirma Group belong to there. Yeah, two of the biggest pharmaceutical companies of India like Zydus, Cadila, and Torrent Pharmaceuticals also belong to this city. Then Kochi is also in this category. Kolkata is also in this category. Now the startup that are changing the face of virtual reality in India. So you can see how it is changing. This is the analysis of that. Clear? You can see if we talk about technology-driven product startups by key countries. So US is on the first ranking, then UK is there also, India, China, Israel. Clear? Some peoples that have started and get successful in this particular domain, like Kailas Katkar, Quick Heal, they have he is the owner of Quick Heal, clear? So born in a small village in Maharashtra, clear? Kailas worked his way to the top to be the chairman and CEO of Indian rupees 200 crore business, clear? He is the man behind Quick Heal Technologies Private Limited. Then another example is PC Mustafa. He is the son of a coolie, and he has developed a 100 crore company with just 25,000 rupees. Yeah. This man has failed in class 6 but went on to join the regional engineering college, now the National Institute of Technology, Calicut, and the IIM Bangalore. There. Today, fresh idli and dosa batter made by PC Mustafa's company ID Fresh reaches home in Bangalore, Chennai, Pune, Mumbai, Delhi, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and even Dubai. Here. Then Karsan Bhai Patel. He is the man behind Nirma company. Here. You all know about that. It is also belong to the detergent. Yes, so Karsan Bhai Patel used to make detergent powder in the backyard of his house in Ahmedabad, and they carry out door-to-door selling. He gave a money back guarantee with every pack that was sold. Karsan Bhai Patel managed to offer his detergent powder for just rupees 3 per kg, when the cheapest detergent at that time. Yeah. Then Sachin Bansal, you all know, is the owner of Flipkart. Clear? So Sachin Bansal started Flipkart in 2007 from a one-room apartment in Bangalore, along with his schoolmate Minnie Bansal. The store started by selling books online and later expanded to categories such as Apple and electronics. Now valued of over around US 17 billion. Flipkart is amongst top 10 e-commerce companies in the world nowadays. Here, followed the Amazon India also. Now, the next one is Kunal Bahal, founder of the Snapdeal. Here, after being detained extension of his work visa in the US, Kunal Bahal, a former employee at Microsoft, returned to India in 2008 and then started a startup there, along with his schoolmate Rohit Bansal. Kunal experimented with various business over the course of 4 years. Here you can see. Then Bhavesh Agrawal. Okay, now am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we were moving towards the next slide here. So if you see now the owner of Ola, clear, Bhavesh Agrawal, he is co-founded in 2010 by technical graduate Bhavesh Agrawal. Ola Cabs is the biggest online taxi and car aggregator in India today. Here, strongly revealing Uber. The transportation startup was founded in Mumbai and raised angel funds from Snapdeal co-founder Kunal Bahal and Shadi founder Anupam Mittal. Then we have Vijay Shankar Sharma, is the founder of Paytm also. He also born in a small town near Delhi. Vijay Shankar Sharma was the first among his immediate family to graduate from a technical school and then travel overseas. Here, Vijay launched 197 as a telecom software company in the early 2000s and later pivoted it to Paytm, an online marketplace in 2009. Here, then Pranay, who is the founder of Quaker, hailing from Rajasthan. Here, Pranay is an alumnus of IIT Delhi and IIM Calcutta. After working in consulting firms such as Price Waterhouse Coopers, he has started this process. Clear? It is now one of the India's largest online classified portal. Clear? Then Naveen Tiwari in Mobi. Clear? Hailing from a family of professors, Naveen Tiwari continued his lineage and completed his technical studies at IIT in 2000, where he met his future co-founder Amit Gupta and Abhay Singhal. The trio later found M-Khoz in 2007, an SMS-based search engine. The company tanked and Naveen recalls in his blog running the company bills on credit cards. Here, the next example is Zomato, that is initiated by Dipinder Goyal. He is the co-founder and CEO of Zomato, and online restaurant discovery application. We all know about this. Clear? Now, after collecting and pinning menus of his on his office soft board at Bain and Clear, the website soon listed 1,200 restaurants in New Delhi, and team has not looked back since. Clear? It has expanded to over 22 countries now. Then we have Grofers. It is developed by Albinder. Clear? Albinder, co-founder and CEO of Grofers, an online grocer. Clear? It is formed in 2013 with okay. I think some network issue were there, so we all get disconnected. Oh, am I audible? Hello. Okay. So we start further. So these are some various examples that we cover with many entrepreneurships. Entrepreneurs are there. Clear? Like if you see T.A. Krishnan, here Ecom Express, he is the owner of Ecom Express. Clear? Then we have Faninder Sama, he is the owner of Redbus. Then we have Ritesh Agrawal, owner of Oyo Rooms here. So we have so many things you can see. We are among us who have started their thought process and implemented their startup in very early age. Clear? So you can see like that here. So Indian unicorns has produced many type of startup like Flipkart, Snapdeal, Renobi, Ola, Zomato, Clear, Paytm, Mosigma, Clear. So you can see these are the owners of that. Clear. They are belonging to different domains, but they have started some different thing. Clear. Like
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Okay, now I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay, so we are talking about Indian government initiative to boost up entrepreneurship. It covers following point like Startup India Initiative, Setu Fund, e-biz portal, Mudra Bank, Atal Innovation Mission, Royalty Tax, Startup Network, Smart Cities and Digital India Opportunity. Clear? Then we have impact on Startup India on Indian society, economy. Clear? So, creation of job, increase of export, boost GDP. GDP boosting is very much important in this. Clear? Contacts. Increasing production, lower the good prices. Clear? So these are the impact of Startup India on Indian economy. Now, if we deal with the how can you can groom your career in artificial intelligence and machine learning and through this startup process, as you all are studying about that. If we talk about AI is a branch of science and assists solutions to complex problem in fashion. I think you all are aware with the artificial intelligence and IoT. Clear? So, artificial intelligence is the future of the technology. It encompasses variety of disciplines like engineering. Clear? Different peoples of CEOs from the different domains have their opinions on the AI. Clear? Like Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google, who has told that AI is the main tool behind new age innovation and discoveries like driverless driverless cars or diseases detections. Okay, diseases. Then we have Jeff Bezos, who is the CEO and founder of Amazon. He has told that we are now solving problems with machine learning and AI that were clear. So different peoples and CEOs from different companies have their own on AI, clear views on AI. Now, if we talk about artificial intelligence and machine learning, what is the difference between that? AI is the trained final output machine which mimic like human brain, like as an example, Amazon Alexa. Clear? If we talk about machine learning, it is a subset of AI. It is a technique to achieve AI, artificial intelligence. Example is spam detection. Clear? So now, artificial intelligence, machine learning industry 4.0. How can you correlate? So this is the relation. So breakdown of industrial development and the great changes in the related categories. If you can see. Clear? We were starting with the mechanization stream and water power in industry 1.0 in 1830 around here. But in nowadays, you can see from 2015, 2050 around, we are moving, working on artificial intelligence. That is industry 4.0. So we are much ahead from there. Here, if we talk about applications of AI and ML, here, so you can we can say the first point is automated customer support. Means online shopping is there. You can deal with this particular thing. Here, with the help of artificial intelligence and machine learning. Here, it increases user retention by sending reminders and notifications. It offers instant answers compared to human assistance, thus reducing response time. Clear? Alexa is also the example of this, as we all using nowadays. Clear? Then personalized shopping experience. Okay, then second point was covering that personalized shopping experience. Here, third one is the healthcare. AI-enabled workflow assistant are adding here. Doctors free up their schedules, reducing time and cost by streaming processes and opportunities of new avenues for the industry. Clear? Fourth one is the finance. Automated advisors, actionable reports you can get directly with the help of AI. It also predicting the best portfolios or stock based on preferences by scanning the market data. Yeah, smart cars and drones are also the part of this AI. Clear? Autonomous vehicles, autonomous drones. Clear? Travel and navigation. AI enabled mapping is there so that you can navigate while moving with your car or anything else. Clear? It scans roads information and utilizes algorithm to identify the optimal routes to take, be it in a bike, car, bus, train, or on foot. Clear? Social media. If I talk about social media, you all know Facebook user advanced machine learning to do everything from serving contents to you and to recognize your face in photos to target user with advertising. Clear? Am I audible? Hello? Yes, but am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Instagram is also the part of that. LinkedIn is also the part of that, where you get offer jobs, recommendations. Clear? Smart home devices is based on also artificial intelligence, where you connected devices of smartphones, provided the data, and the AI learns from that data to perform certain tasks without human interventions. Clear? Creative arts, AI powered technologies can help musicians create new themes. Clear? Background music, you can think about that. It is the part of AI. Clear? Security and surveillance is also the part of AI. AI is making possible for humans to constantly monitor multiple channels with feeds coming in the form a huge number of cameras at the same time. Clear? Means multiple pics you can take from a single camera. So it is also the part of AI. So was the first AI humanoid robot developed by Hong Kong-based company Hansen's Robotics. Here and India have also welcomes robot Sophia for the first ever interactive session in Calcutta. Clear? So this you can see it was totally based on